The ride never ends, and nor do the spoilers, evidently. So, what is up, guys? MCO40 here. We have the Link Vrains Duelist set. Now, the way the set works pretty much like previous sets, like the Goki one and so forth, you get some fun, fantastic sleeves. It acts kind of as a power-up, and you get some support for your anime deck, because God knows that's what we need right now in this game. But, nonetheless, we have new support coming out today. So, we get special pack, copy each new card, dual power-up packs and reprints. 70 cards, by the way. TCG will never get this, but that's okay. So our first card is called Code Explorer. It is 5/2300. Alright, so we've got some pretty good stats here. If a Cyverse monster you control would be used as a Link summon for a Code Talker monster, this card in your hand can also be used as material. I'm really glad that they made a large set of these monsters, because I love these effects. And then if this card is sent from your hand or field to the graveyard as Link material for the summon of a Code Talker monster, you can target one level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. And if this card on the field was used as material, you can special summon this card from, or you can special that card that you add back to your hand, but it negates that card's effects. So what you have here, you have another extender that grants you the ability to kind of capitalize more on the Code Talker engine. Now, I don't know how much we can keep adding into this pool of Code Talkers. Obviously, you have no recursion for this for Signet Mining because it doesn't meet the requirements. He's a big boy. I would possibly like to see maybe some more support for a Synchro Summon, but I mean, sticking this on the field and attempting to use it, I don't know, not a big fan of that. But hey, you get props from me for being Code Talker support, because I like an increase in that. Now, what is this? Salamangreat Blaze Dragon. 2 level 4 monsters. Did Salad actually need this? Did Salad execute this in? It's 2300, 1200. Once again, I'm looking at 2 level 4s to make this, but okay. So you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect. We can detach a material from this instead. 2300, okay, sure. And then during the battle phase, if this card has no material quick effect, special summon one Salamangreat Xyz monster from your extra deck using this card you control as material. Transfer this card's materials to that summon card. This is treated as an Xyz summon. Does that mean that I can just keep going into these over? I guess so. If this card is Xyz summon using a Salamangreat Blaze Dragon as material, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. Now, when I see Xyz monsters, I expect good things like Mirage Stalio here, but he has his own reincarnation system, which is pretty interesting, actually. The fact that he can float into himself. I just don't foresee myself playing multiple copies of this, because this card doesn't seem that good. Huh. I feel like they could have done so much better for this card's design, but alas, what do I know? Ooh, Bayonet Punisher. Oh no, this is an anime effect. Oh no. Really? His attack name is Bayonet Punisher? Okay. So quick play spell card. Alright. Apply one of these effects in sequence depending on the card types among the Boro monsters on your field and in your graveyard. If you control a monster with 3000 or more attack, your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. So these go in sequence depending on how they are. You can't go out of order. So we have a fusion monster. We can banish one monster the opponent controls. Okay, that's pretty cool. Synchro, we can banish 3 random cards that are face down from our opponent's extra deck. That's for a Synchro, by the way, so that's pretty good. If anybody finds anything to do with this, as long as we got a Borrowed Savage Dragon on the field, we can just banish 3 random cards that are face down in our opponent's extra deck. So that's really good. Then we can banish 1 spell and trap card your opponent controls or an Xyz. Or if we have a Link, and banish up to 3 cards from the opponent's graveyard. I wish this was searchable, because that would have made me happy. But the fact that we can interrupt off of a hard draw with this, expect immediate videos from YouTubers that are like, oh my god, you can banish more cards from their extra deck. Not today, Batman. Alright, we have another Marincess. Marincess Pascal. We are actually done with Trick Stars for Blue Angel. I'm actually kind of sad. So, we have Marincess Pascal, 1200, 2000, level 4 Cybers. So you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. So, if this card is no more special summoned, you can special summon one Marincess monster from your hand in defense mode, except for Marincess Pascals. It's actually pretty good for an extender. And it's normal or special. So if you get to a Marincess monster that has the ability to special summon something from the hand, this will act as another extender. Alright. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target a Marincess spell and trap card in your graveyard, recur it on back to your hand. This is actually pretty decent. From what I've seen out of the Marincess archetype, any sort of recursion that you're able to kind of capitalize on, even in some sort of fashion, it's worth it. But my complaint about this is how good of an extender do I need? How good is this card going to be to unload more Marincess cards from my hand? I'm a little bit up in the air about that. You know, granted, we'll have to wait and see in the future, because I could see this being a one-of for the most part. Now, I've heard interesting things about this. So this is Dyna Wrestler Iguanodraka. He's level 5 dinosaur. So the first thing I do want to point out is he is level 5, baby. So Dyna Wrestlers, eat your heart out. I guess enjoy your next line of support for what it's really worth. So you can discard one other dinosaur monster to special summon this card from your hand. Alright, I guess we'll take that. We can drop Miscellaneous Sarasaurus off of this, which would be bad, but we can banish it from the graveyard, so I guess that counts as starter. I guess we can send an Overtext to the graveyard. That's pretty good value. An Ultimate Conductor I can't do anything with. Okay, sure. Then we contribute one dinosaur monster, then target a Dyna Wrestler monster in your graveyard with a different original name. Special summon it in defense mode. Okay, so once again, we can tribute himself, special summon back my Prankatops that just kind of went to the graveyard, and use it. Oh wait, it comes out in defense mode, but it's going to tribute itself anyway. This card creates no real value in the grand scheme of things. I really wish that this would have been better than it actually was, but unfortunately, I don't know, man. This just kind of flopped, in my opinion. Is this really good in Dinosaur? Like, hello? Prankatop support? I guess? And then we have Altergeist Failover. Really ironic that we have that, because is that Multi-Faker coming back out of the ban list universe to come back and give us a little bit of love because he got hit? Uh-oh. We'll have to take that with a grain of salt and see where that goes. But Altergeist Failover. Continuous trap card. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. So if another card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one Altergeist from your hand. Alright, so first thing, Daddy's not a big fan of effects and special summon from the hand. If this said special summon from the deck, we would have got somewhere. But we didn't get that lucky. And then you can banish this card from the graveyard to target one Altergeist monster in your graveyard. Recur it back to your hand. I don't know. This, I guess, I was looking at these cards with the assumption that these were going to be better than they actually were. This trap is okay. I could see it being a one-of. Nothing too fancy, honestly. The Dyna Wrestler Iguanodraka, this is pretty bad. Like, I can't talk this up. Like, I'll be straight honest with you. This card just sucks. Marincess Pascal's alright. An extender for Marincess, alright. I dig it. I see where we're going with this. Bayonet Punisher. I really wish we could search this card. This card is so cheesy broken. It's so funny. Whoever wanted this Salamangreat Link 4, I would like to know, so I don't talk to you again. And then more Code Talker support. Alright. And then, ooh, the sleeves. I like these. Alright. Ooh, and then Field Senders? Whew. These look really cool. Huh. Well, that's all I got for this video, guys. Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. And, well, guys, peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanco40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.